I got my eye set on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not gonna wait. And right around the mistletoe, I'm gonna let my feelings show. Always got you on my mind.
Well, good morning and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. I am so happy to be here filming Vlogmas for, I think this is my 3rd or 4th year filming Vlogmas, and super happy. I'm whispering because it's super early in the morning. Don't want to wake David up. Just having some morning coffee, getting ready for my work day. But I wanted to share some things with you before I head into the office. I am going to take my camera to work today, and I'm going to try to get a little bit of airport footage, and so I can bring that to you. But last night, even though I didn't get started on my day 1 of Advents in my knitting projects, I am working on another little sweater from my tree. I shared yesterday in yesterday's Vlogmas that I had knit some sweaters for my tree, and here is another little one that I'm knitting for my tree. And I think this year I'm going to knit ornaments for my brothers and sisters, so they will be receiving either sweaters or I do the candy from Petite Knits. They will be receiving that for their trees. And then I did want to share what I'm going to work on this Advent season with my Advents that I open up. And that's going to be the Adventurous Wrap by Amba O'Brien. And she has a, I think a cow that's going on over in her Ravelry group for her different Advent season patterns. She always does, she releases a new one, I think, every year. And then she has several patterns that you can use with your Advents. Great patterns. By the way, if you're looking for a project, I did receive a pattern with my Chelsea Advent, so I'm going to look at that to see if it's something that I want to do. I've got lots of Advents, so I could possibly use one of my other ones. And then I think I'm going to put a pair of socks on the needles using my Advents. So just wanted to quickly give you a quick update before I head into work. You saw that I lit my Advent calendar. I was a day late. I am going to start lighting that in the morning, so I will light it for you every morning, let it burn down while I'm drinking my coffee, and I just kind of enjoy my tree. I love this time of year to just sit and relax and look at my tree, drink my coffee, do a little bit of knitting. It keeps me from scrolling on my phone. I check a little bit of email, and then I head into work. So I will be back to chat with you a little bit later. Well, hello. Home from work, and I am going to open up my Advents shortly. Sorry for the background noise. David's watching TV. Might have to plug in or use my earbuds so that you guys don't get the background. But had a really productive day at work. It was busy, actually. This is year-end stuff. So I've got reviews and things like that to write. But had a really good day. So I am going to make myself a cup of tea, and then I'm going to do a little bit of knitting, and I'm going to open up Advents for day 2. Well, hello, and I'm back with day 2 of Vlogmas. I am going to open up my Advents, and I've actually kind of done this once, but I'm redoing it because the lighting was horrible in my office, and I'm using my laptop and not my camera. So because of that, I decided that I needed more light. So kind of gone through this, but I'm going to redo And I'm going to start with my Legacy Fiber Arts. I'm doing a 12-day Advent from them, and this is the Top 12 album Rewind. Day 2 is True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, and these colors are just fabulous. So, and as I did for day 1, I will take a picture of all of my Advents in really good lighting and feature them at the end of sharing my Advents or at the end of the vlog. So that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do a disclaimer. This week is kind of a rough week because we're just coming off of the holiday, but over the weekend I will have things in order for going forward for Vlogmas. And I'm usually a hot mess. I'm just going to, a hot mess express during Vlogmas. So, but I'm going to be doing some baking and some other things, and might get a surprise visit from my daughter. So I opened up my swap partners, and I'm doing a swap. Carla Knits does a swap over on her Ravelry group every year for Vlogmas, and we are partnered up with another person, and we do a 12-day swap. So I'm doing a 12-day swap with Susan of Delightful Works. She's actually a bag maker, and she gifted me a really nice bag for our swap, which I'm really, really happy about. And today, um, in this bag here is day 2 of our swap. Inside was some tea, which this is my favorite tea, and I'm sorry this is backwards, and I don't know on my laptop how to change that around, so I will have all this figured out for you, I promise you, by tomorrow. But this is the color. It's this really nice green tonal. I love it, actually. And I said this morning when I recorded a little bit before I was out the door to work that I am going to put a pair of socks on the needles for Advent, and I will share that pattern with you in a little bit. So let me get on to the next, my next Advent, and this is by Lofty Loops. This is my first year getting Lofty Loops, and I got the Glimmer Advent from Lofty Loops. I think Allison is the dyer behind Lofty Loops. And I think this is the color palette for this year. She must have put this in there just to kind of show you how the color palette would go. So let's show you day 2. Woo! Love it. It's a sparkle, so that's Glimmer Sparkle. Oh my goodness, I love this. I absolutely love these colors together. They're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, and I'm back in one of our bedrooms because David's watching TV and my office is open, so you could hear the TV, and I don't know what's going on with my hair. Told you, hot mess express. So, but that's day 2 of Lofty Loops, and oh my goodness, Allison, you really knocked that out of the park. And then I have my Chelsea Yarns Advent, and it's a London holiday is the theme for the Advent from Chelsea this year. And today's color is the Times. And, you know, in London, it's THAMES. And yesterday was high tea. So let's just see what today brings. Ooh, I like that. That is nice. And there's some beiges and brownish, copper, green, pinks. Very pretty. Very pretty. Hopefully this is focusing. I know it's kind of blowing out, but like I said, I am going to take a picture for you. And I will just kind of quickly go over or show you. So I started using my Chelsea Advent for my adventurous wrap. I'm going to do the adventurous wrap with the Chelsea Advent, I believe, unless I, decide otherwise. But right now, that's where I'm going with that. and I did cast on this morning, and I'm gonna wind up all of my, so I wound up yesterday's, all my Advents from yesterday I wound up, and so those are good to go. And this is Chelsea Lux yesterday's, which was the start of my adventurous wrap. Itty bitty. It's just day one, itty bitty. So, but this is a pattern by Amba O'Brien. I talked about it a little bit this morning, so you will have seen that already. But I hopefully will be able to every day add what I need to add. And I don't know if this, I need to look, she has a Ravelry group for her patterns, and I'm going to go over there and kind of fish around and see what people are saying about this adventurous wrap and whether or not it will be done at the end of the 25 days. Not quite sure on that, but we'll see. And I have this in a, I think this is Barley Pearls bag, but it's an Advent bag. So really cute bag that I'm going to keep this in. And I will be keeping my yarn for this particular project in that bag. For my socks, I'm going to put them in the bag that I just got from Susan. And the socks that I decided to do are the color palette socks. And it's going to be backwards, I think, so sorry. Apologize in advance. And these, I don't know that these are made for an Advent, so to speak, but I think it will definitely work for my 12-day swap for sure. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about trying this out. And I've had this pattern like printed out for a long time and just never used it, but I think it will make for a really great sock. So I'm going to use a gray for the main color that you have the in-between, the stuff in between here. Sorry. I'm going to use a gray color for that. And then I will start adding in my Advent swap that I got from Susan. And this was yesterday's color. So I think it's going to work out well. So yeah, I'm going to do some knitting, and then I'm going to go and watch some TV, and I might record some knitting as I'm watching TV, or I'll do some knitting and then I'll go back and go watch some TV. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and I will see you a little bit later before I head off to bed.